Ahoy there, Legion! PC Warframers out there, you have just over 24 hours to complete the Breeding Grounds event and snag all the rewards and high scores you can muster. Console Squad, you probably want to know the ins and outs of this event. As always, we got you covered. In this case, you'll be covered with stanky infested guts, but covered nonetheless. The event is actually pretty good. You are tasked with wiping out 3 various infected hives the increasingly nutty Alid V is growing in each contaminated ship. The hives are immune to damage unless you destroy 5 tumors. Is not a tumor. Protecting it. They can be extremely hard to find and sometimes are even covered with infested muscle, so don't be afraid to use Codex Scanner and X-ray through your surroundings to find the 1 or 2 you might be missing. Once those 5 tumors are gone, the hive is no longer protected and you can take it out. This triggers whatever effect the hive had, and it changes depending on difficulty. For example, it could start out with laser beams and turrets getting activated, or poison clouds of gas and bubbles that drain all your energy instantly towards the end. That's the event in the nutshell. In a nutshell. That's the event in a nutshell. But of course, there's more to it than that. For example, the quirks of the new tile set and how to get you some Prova Vandal. First off, the tile set is fresh and fun to explore. It definitely has a Corpus and Infested vibe to it, and you might enjoy looking at all the shortcuts or sub-routes you can take to get around the ship. Some things to keep in mind are tunnels often get rather snug with infested intestine-like growths, and the amount of enemies in here means you'll either have to kill quite a lot in your way or constantly jump kick them out of it. Also, something I found odd was when playing as Rhino with Iron Skin activated. Every time you fall off a platform, seemingly anywhere in the ship, when you reappear your Iron Skin gets removed. Quite annoying. Also, if you get swarmed, some jumping sections can get frustrating as well, as there just isn't enough room for everything and infested keep blocking your landing, more often than not causing you to slide off and fall. Now you don't have your bubble protection around you and the infested are already chopping off your legs like a Minecrafter needing wood. And of course those creepy / majestic open space rooms. Your shields will get sapped constantly. Iron Skin or Blessing be danged, and sometimes there are even hives hidden in these rooms to make it even more of a challenge. And sometimes a stalker will show up and say hi. Good stuff. I like the new tile set, might need some optimization as randomly frame rates would stall now and then, but overall it's varied and emphasizes teamwork, so I likes it. Now about that Prova Vandal. Let's get the boring math out of the way. And if you are in school to be or already are in this number-based profession, I don't think I need to apologize because you guys already know just how boring math is. Each game you join is average, so generally speaking, if you're pugging it, you'll want to go in there with about 400 to 500 points. Solo Tenno can aim for 450 right on the dot, but I highly recommend doing it in a group. If you get in one that almost gives you enough for the Prova, don't ditch it as soon as it ends. Resist your coyote ugly instincts and start the countdown as soon as you can to try to get everyone to stay. If they're smart, they will, and that shiny new kettle prod will be yours. Finally, everyone's fantasy of beating off Corpus with a stick will come true. Oh, wait, that didn't sound right. That didn't sound right at all. But you know what does sound right? Sharing this video with your fellow Tenno and subscribing to stay up to date. We post 3 videos a week, so there's bound to be other stuffs of ours you like. In fact, if you did like this video, we'd be honored if you hit that there like button. As always, if you have any questions or suggestions, feel free to leave a comment below. Thank you for watching, Legion. Take care.